There are a select few films that never leaves you and continue to haunt you in bits and pieces. They leave such an impression on you that you can't really stop thinking about the characters, the emotions, the plot and the story's emotional influence on you. One such movie is A Death in the Gunj. Before I proceed to talk about this film, please consider supporting the channel by hitting the subscribe button. Thank you very much. Hello, my name is Mugdha and welcome to the segment that I like to call Archives, where I speak about movies that aren't exactly recent but didn't get the attention they deserved when they were first released. Based on a short story penned by Konkana Sen Sharma's father Mukul Sharma, this directorial debut of Konkana was well received at renowned film festivals, but when it was ultimately released in theatres in 2017, it was overlooked by masses and earned the tag of underrated film. In a nutshell, the story is about a few family members reuniting on a holiday. A Death in the Gunj has many thematic elements, most of which deals with mental health, family dynamics, relationships, human psyche, and the implication of toxic masculinity. The story opens in 1979 in Maklaski Gunj, where two people are trying to fit a dead body in the back of a car. After that, the story works in flashback of past week. Each day of the week is depicted in a way to gradually let us know why there was a body in the car, who died, who killed who, why someone was killed in the first place, and all of the other questions. But mostly in these 7 days timeline, we are shown the dynamic between this family. And in this film, there is 3 generations of it, which adds more paint in the canvas. There are many movies made in Hindi cinema that has a realistic take on dysfunctionalities of a family. Kapoor and Sons, Dil Dhadakne Do, Ram Prasad Ki Tervi, Monsoon Wedding are a few to mention. Every family reunion has a potential for drama, chaos and conflict as a result of anger, concern, enjoyment or pain. And the situation in the movie is no exception. A Death in the Gunj is definitely a character-driven film. Talking about the actors, which honestly deserves a long separate video of its own because they are in abundance. We have a group of 5 members of an extended family in which there is one married couple, a fun-loving but authoritative in parts husband Nandan played by Gulshan Devaiah, his wife Tillotama Shome, hair Bonnie, a very stubborn and playful daughter of these two Tani played by Arya Sharma, a very bold and charming Kalki as Mimi, who is a friend of Bonnie, and Shutu, the shy, sensitive cousin played by Vikrant Massey. They are paying a visit to Nandan's parent played by ever so amazing Tanuja and late Puri. We also have high-spirited friends of Nandan in the frame, one Ranvir Shorey playing Vikram with a big male ego and Brian played by Jimsad. Each actor aced their part to perfection, but Vikrant Massey's Shutu is the character that really stands out. His emotions are so controlled and each word coming out of his mouth, each expression on his face and each body gesture is so controlled and well executed that you just can't stop thinking and applauding his work. While watching this movie, you could just say that Konkana loves to observe people. All these characters carry some or the other trait of the people from real life because not one character here is stereotypically shown. They are multi-layered and shown for us to study and comprehend. These characters seem familiar, like people who we might have seen in our own family gatherings. It's the simplicity of the movie that I gravitated towards. You just enter this realistic world created by Konkana Sen Sharma and get teleported. A little bit you have to invest in the first half because the pace, at least for me, was a little slow. But it had to be this way because the characters are so many that you need time to understand them. The background track and the music by Sagar Desai is never too loud or dominating, which allows the audience to understand and absorb the emotions on their own way without the filmmaker spoon-feeding it to you. Konkana Sen Sharma mentioned in her interviews that the film is based on a set of true events she was told by her father as a kid. And I think having to hear the story multiple times brought a lot of authenticity from her childhood in the narrative and the storytelling. Enough tension is built with so many things happening in the movie that you can't help but get pulled into the intriguing plot. And hai to ye thriller hi, so that added flavor of suspense and thrill at every moment helps you to stay engaged. This film is atmospheric and the inch-perfect environment created by cinematographer Shisha Ray's beautiful visual to set the tone of 70s, the production and set design and costume true to the era, and the minimalistic music made the experience of watching this movie quite immersive. even though most of the frames of this movie are beautiful, as if they are straight out of some museum. But this pretty picture comes with a sense of discomfort as well. So do watch this movie to witness the kind of cinema rarely shown and topics rarely explored in Bollywood. Watch this for the assembly of fantastic actors, and most importantly, watch this to explore humans and how they inflict their pain and their misery on each other and what can be the repercussion of it. A Death in the Gunj is streaming on Amazon Prime. Thanks a lot for watching this video. Do comment your opinion and share if you enjoyed this. Until next time, sincerely keep watching cinema.